Right now, you're certain of one thing. You exist. You're here, watching this. There's a you in there, behind the eyes, making decisions, living your life. But what if I told you I spent months investigating you and found nobody? I found no I, no self, no thing you call you. This video is the report of that investigation. And fair warning, each piece of evidence I show you will dismantle a part of what you believe you are. By the end, you'll look in the mirror and see something completely different. Let's start with basics. Where are you right now? You probably feel like you're here, behind the eyes, in the control center. Let's test that. Close your eyes, and without thinking too hard, point to where you are. Most people point to their head, some to their chest. But now, try to feel where you are. Are you in your forehead? In your thoughts? Behind your eyes? Search. Really search. I will wait for you. Couldn't find it, could you? Sam Harris, neuroscientist, has had thousands of people do this experiment. Most find nothing. There are thoughts. There are sensations. There's a voice narrating. But there's no you separate from all that. First evidence. You're not where you think you are. Okay, maybe you're not in a fixed location, but at least you are someone, right? You have a personality? Do you? Notice, you change completely depending on who's in the room. Irving Goffman, sociologist, showed that we're always performing. Not out of fakeness, but because the self is a social performance. You have a you with mom, a you with friends, professional you, a you with partner, a you and alone. Which one is real? Carl Jung called this the persona, the mask you wear. But here's the problem. You have dozens of masks. And when you remove them all, there's nobody underneath. Second evidence, you're not one person. You're a collection of personas that never meet. Okay, but at least you have a past, right? Your memories connect you to who you've always been. Here comes the scary part. Elizabeth Loftus, psychologist, managed to implant false memories in 25% of people she tested. She made people remember getting lost in a mall as children, an event that never happened, but they described details, emotions, as if it were real. Every time you remember something, you're not accessing a file, you're reconstructing it. And every reconstruction changes it. Your memories aren't recorded files. They're stories you reconstruct each time you remember. Each reconstruction alters it. That childhood memory that defines who you are. It's been rewritten 1,000 times. You're not what you remember, you're what you think you remember. Third evidence, your past doesn't exist, only invented versions of it. So if you're not in a fixed location, if you're not one consistent person, and if your past is fiction, who the hell is watching this video? Now things get seriously weird. There's a part of your brain, mainly in the left hemisphere, that has one job, to create explanations for everything you do. And the creepy part? Creates them after you've already done it. Michael Gazzaniga spent decades studying something most of us never think about. What happens when you literally split someone's brain in half? Patients with severe epilepsy sometimes have the corpus callosum, the bridge connecting both brain hemispheres, severed as treatment. This creates something extraordinary, two hemispheres that can't talk to each other. And when Gazzaniga tested them, he discovered something that changes everything we think about who we are. Here's the experiment. They flashed the word walk to only the right hemisphere, the one that can't speak. The patient stands up and starts walking. They ask, "Why are you walking?" Now remember, the left hemisphere, the speaking one, didn't see the word walk. It has no idea why the body just stood up, but it has to answer. So it says, "Oh, I'm going to get a soda." It made up a story. Instantly, confidently. The left hemisphere didn't know why the body moved, so it created a plausible narrative. And here's the terrifying part. The patient believed it completely. No hesitation, no doubt. Gazzaniga called this the interpreter, a storytelling machine that runs 24/7. And here's what should terrify you. You have this interpreter, right now, running. It's creating explanations for why you're watching this, why you feel what you feel, why you did what you did today, and you believe every word. Benjamin Libet took this further. He discovered that when you decide to move your hand, your brain already decided 300 milliseconds earlier. You feel like you decided, but the interpreter just told you a story after the fact. Fourth evidence. You don't make your decisions. You witness them and then claim credit. If your mind is breaking right now, good. It means you're paying attention. Hit subscribe, because what comes next will completely flip everything you just learned. And drop a comment. I couldn't find myself if you actually did the experiment. Now let's go deeper. But Gazzaniga's work reveals something even deeper, something that philosophers have been arguing about for centuries. Thomas Nagel, philosopher, asked a question nobody can answer. When the brain is divided, is the mind divided too? Or are there now two minds in one body? In one striking case, researchers showed different images to each hemisphere. Right hemisphere sees a scary face. Left hemisphere sees a happy face. They ask, "How do you feel?" The speaking left hemisphere says, "I feel good," but the patient's body is showing fear responses, elevated heart rate, stress. One person, two emotional experiences. At the same time, which one is really them? Derek Parfit, another philosopher, pushed this further. If I could be divided and each half would be me, then I was never a single person to begin with, Parfit argued. If splitting your brain creates two conscious beings, then you was never one unified thing. You're already multiple processes pretending to be one. The unity is fake. It's maintained only by constant communication between brain regions. Cut the communication and the illusion falls apart. You don't need brain surgery to see this. Ever felt part of you wants to stay home while another part wants to go out? Part of you wants the cake, another part doesn't? That's not metaphor. Those are literally different neural systems with different goals. The you that emerges is just whichever system wins the moment. Fifth evidence. The unity of self is a story your brain tells to make multiple processes feel like one person. You're not one, you're a committee. And the committee keeps changing. So let's recap. You're not where you think you are. You're not one person. You're many. Your past is fiction. Your decisions are post hoc interpretations. Your unity is illusory. But wait, if all this is true, who's noticing all this? Who's hearing this narration right now? Who is the observer? Let's slow down now. You just realized you can't find you. But there was someone noticing that, someone witnessing the absence. So who? David Hume in the 18th century did exactly what you're doing now. He searched for himself and said, "I only find thoughts, sensations, perceptions, but no I behind them." 2,500 years before Hume, the Buddha reached the same conclusion. He peeled all the layers. Body, not you. Constantly changing. Emotions, not you. Come and go. Thoughts, not you. Appear on their own. Consciousness, not you. Arises and disappears. What's left? Nothing. Douglas Hofstadter, cognitive scientist, proposed something radical. The self isn't a thing. It's a self-referential process. It's a loop. You observing you, like when you point a camera at a TV showing the camera, creates an infinite pattern. The self is that pattern, doesn't exist outside the loop. Thomas Metzinger, German philosopher, went even further. There's nobody in there. There's only a self-model that the brain creates. You don't have a self. You are a simulated model of self. Think of a video game character. Link in Zelda doesn't know he's code. He experiences being Link. You're the same. Self-aware model that doesn't realize it's a model. Alan Watts put it poetically. You're not in the universe. You're a shape the universe takes to experience itself. There's no you separate from all this. The separation is the illusion. So if there's no you, what's left? Everything. Antonio Damasio, neuroscientist, discovered that the self isn't an object in the brain. It's a process, a story the brain tells, moment to moment. You don't be. You're being. You're not a fixed stone. You're flowing water, not a photograph, a movie, not a noun, a verb. And this changes everything. If there's no fixed you, there's nothing to protect. That shame from your past, not you. It's a story. That fear of the future, not yours. It's a neural pattern. You can let go. If the self is process, it can change. You're not stuck being who you are, because who you are never existed. If separation is illusion, if you're just a shape the universe takes, then there's no you versus others. It's just this happening. Krishnamurti said, when you realize there's no distance between observer and observed, the whole structure of conflict collapses. Remember the question we started with? Who are you? If you're still here, you're ready for the answer. But first, subscribe and turn on notifications. This isn't the last mind-bending investigation we're doing. Now, the final answer. So, back to the original question. Who are you? Wrong question. The question isn't who am I? It's what's happening here? And the answer is life, happening through this temporary form called you. The self isn't the problem or the solution. It's just a story being told. And you, whatever you is, are both the storyteller and the story and the silence between the words. You all this time searching for you. Maybe finally you found yourself by realizing there was never anyone to be found. Welcome to the story of you. Or should I say, welcome to the story that thinks it's you. Welcome to my ethereal universe. Thanks for watching, and see you on our next video.